Hey, how's it going, guys? This is Dynasty 3890 here with another MLB 16 The Show Dynasty video. It is Wednesday, July 28th. We're doing roster predictions for Friday the 29th. If you guys are new to the channel, we do roster predictions every single Wednesday where we go for one player per team, so your favorite team will covered. If you think I missed a player on your favorite team, let me know in the comments down below. I'd like to see what you guys say. Also, if you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. You guys can probably hear my fan in the background. It is balls to the wall hot here. Need to have the fan going. I do apologize, but let's get right into this video. We're going to start off with Zach Britton. He's got a .63 ERA, a .77 WHIP. I'd say he's one of my favorite players this year at the bullpen. He's going for under 6,000 stubs. I'm giving him a +2 to a 91 overall. I don't think he's as good as Chapman, but he's only an 89. I make him a 91. Chapman's a 92. He's had better numbers than Chapman this year, that's for sure. Moving on to the Red Sox, we're going to Hanley Ramirez. He's the reigning AL Player of the Week. He hit 5 home runs last week. He's up to 13 for the year. Give him a +1 increase in power versus rate, maybe even a +2. Now to the Yankees, we're going to the ageless wonder and Carlos Beltran. He's hitting .308 with 21 dingers. If he could field, he'd be a gold. He can't field. We're going a +3 and 83 overall. Now to the Rays, we're going to reliever Matt Andrus. He's got an ERA of 2.7, a 1.04 WHIP. Because of that, out of the bullpen, we're going a +1 to a 76. Now to the Blue Jays, we're going to their probable, if they're going to be in a one-game playoff for the wild card or like a Game 5, Game 7 of a playoff series, Aaron Sanchez would be their guy. He's got a 2.72 ERA, a 1.15 WHIP. He's probably been their, like I said, their best pitcher. We're giving him a +1 to an 85. Now to the White Sox, we're going to the milkman, Melky Cabrera. He's got a .302 average. Because of that, we're giving him an increase in contact. We're going to a +1 to a 77 just because he's a .300 hitter. Now we're going to the Indians. Now, Kluber's a 90. Salazar's had a better year. In my opinion, should be higher. I can't rationalize giving a Salazar a +5. We'll give him a +3. Salazar for the year is a .289 ERA. He does have 10K over 9. So we're going a +3 to an 89. Would be their second best player, tied with Lindor. Now the Tigers, we have to make Verlander a gold. His ERA is now down to 3.64, a WHIP of only 1.08, which is really good. I think his ERA should be a little lower based off his WHIP. He has been throwing 96, almost 97 in his last couple starts. Because, like I say, +1, he's now at 95. Now to the Royals, we're going to reliever Luke Hochevar. His ERA out of the bullpen hasn't been outstanding. It's a .386 ERA, which is pretty high for a reliever. He's already an 83 because of that. We're going to downgrade a -1 to an 82. Now we're going to the Minnesota Twins. We're going to closer Brandon Kintzler. Now, he's the Twins closer, which means you don't get used often. You're like a unicorn. But when he's pitched well. A 2.05 ERA, a 1.01 WHIP. Because that, we're giving him a +2 to a 77. Stays a bronze, but an upgrade. Now the Angels, we're going to Matt Shoemaker. We're giving him a +1. Since June 1st, when his ERA was 5.5, his ERA is now down to 3.99, under 4. Because of that, we're going +1 to an 83. Now we're going to the Athletics. We're going to Sonny Gray. He's now healthy. He's still pitching kind of crappy. His ERA is at 5.49, a 1.5 WHIP, which is awful for a start. We're going a -1. Now to the Mariners, we're going to Kyle. My younger brother is better, Seager. He is hitting, though, .288 with 20 dingers. Because of that and his great fielding, we're going a +2 to an 87. Now we're going to the Rangers. We're going to Elvis Andrus. He's hitting .290 for the year. Because of that and his contact ratings are pretty low, we're going a +1 to an 84. He stays at silver, though. Now the Astros. We are going to Doug Fister, but I hardly know her. He's pitching pretty well recently. His last start was a 7-inning shutout against the A's. He has a 3.42 ERA. Because of that, we're going a +1. Now to the National League. We're going to start off with the Atlanta Braves to Julio Teheran. He's got an ERA of 2.71, which is really good. A WHIP of .96 for a starter is outstanding. Because of that, we're going a +2 to an 85. Now we're going to the Marlins. We're going to the artist formerly known as Mike Stanton, Giancarlo Stanton. His average is now up to 243. If his average goes up, to roughly about 270, I could see him becoming a diamond. Because it's only a 243, I'm giving a +1. It has gone up, so we're giving a +1 to an 89. Now to the Nationals, we're going to Wilson Ramos, who must have someone at San Diego Studios hate him. The people, because he's been outstanding. He has a .339 average with 15 home runs. +3, he's a gold. He's got to be a gold. He's well overdue. Now to the New York Mets. This was the biggest name that you guys mentioned the last couple weeks. Familia. He hasn't blown a save all year, which you're right. He still hasn't blown a save. His ERA, that was in the high 2s. It's now at 2.43. He's pitched a little better recently because of that +1 to an 87. Now to the Philadelphia Phillies, we're going to Hellickson. Now Hellickson might get traded. He has a 3.65 ERA of 1.12. But because how well he's pitching, he needs to get the upgrade, +2 to an 81. But keep on the lookout, he might get traded by the Fighting Phils. Now to the Cubs. The big one this week, he's getting a downgrade. We're going to Jake Arrieta. Yes, his ERA is still under 3 at a 2.76. However, since June 1st, it has gone up from 1.56 to 2.76. He's still a diamond. He's a 94. The way he's been struggling recently, though, they were really, like I always say, they were hard on Bryce Harper when he was struggling. So if I'm get another diamond struggling, I'm going to give him a downgrade because I think that's what they might do. Only to a 94, still a diamond, still will stay a diamond the rest of the year in my opinion, but I think a downgrade of -1. Now we're going to a Reds. We're going to a former diamond. We're going to Joey Votto. His average is up to 275, slowly going up. He has 17 dingers, gets on base a ton. Because of that, we're going up +1 to a 91. Stays a gold button upgrade. Now to the Brewers, we're going to their closer, Jeremy Jeffries. 2 first names. And he's going to have he has a 2.23 ERA out of the pen. Because of that, we're going a +2 to an 81. Again, another guy who might get traded by the Brewers. Teams looking for a bullpen arm might want Jeffrey, so be on the lookout. He might get traded. Now to the Pirates, are going to their closer, Mark Melancon. He's got a 1.51 ERA, a .96 WHIP. Because of that, look at that inside edge, just killing him today. He's going a +1 though to a 90. Now to the St. Louis Cardinals, we're going to Carlos Martinez. I've mentioned him in the past. I'm going to keep mentioning him until he gets his well-deserved upgrade in 85. He has a 2.87 ERA, a 1.16 WHIP. Now to the Diamondbacks, Jake Lamb. He has 21 home runs, a 2.84 average. I think he should get a slight upgrade, an 83 overall, +1. To the Rockies now, Trevor Story. You wouldn't be, you remember his hot start. Well, he now has 27 home runs. He has a 2.72 average. I say a +3 to an 82. Now to the Dodgers. I mentioned him last week. I'll mention him again this week. Kenley Jansen. A 1.44 ERA, a .69 WHIP. Gronk loves that WHIP. He's getting a +1 to a 94. Now to the Padres. Matt Kemp has 23 home runs. Because of that upgrade in power, +2 to an 80. And to finish off, Brandon Belt got an upgrade to a gold. Well, since he's been upgraded, his average has gone from a 302 to a 284. So because of that, I'm going to make him a silver to an 84. So that's it for everyone, guys. I want to know what you guys think in the comments down below. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit that like button, and I'll talk to you on the next one. Take it easy.